Hello. It's TheShaunShow, I think. Just messing around with my stream software. Hey, yeah, it's working. Not using the new stuff yet. We haven't jumped over to the new platforms, so just bear with. In the meantime, it's episode 29. TheShaunShow. It's the greatest show. What are we doing this week? NFL Week 13, Sunday football. Just finished. It was a pretty good week. Let me get to the agenda. Oh, look at that. There's quite a few things in there. This is the first stage of making the show a bit more palatable, so got a little bit of video, got a whole different scene. So it could be fun. What do we got? Show blog and updates? Let's do that. Guys, this is the Sean Show. You know it is. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. If you're in the US, bring those forward by one day. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday. Right now it's football season, NFL. NFL is premium. We don't get it for the majority of the year. So while it's on, the show focuses on that. Outside of that, we'll figure it out. We'll find out in February. All right. Let's go. Boom. Got a few things this week. We have some news. We got Bears. We got Trevor Lawrence. We got Steelers. We got Niners. We got Bills. We got party invites. And we got holiday plannings. So let's get to it. Straight up. I'm probably going to leave the agenda up for a little bit. Let's get rid of this. Here we go. I've got a lot of things happening today, so you're going to have to bear with. I said that twice now. So we'll start off with some news. First up, we got the Bears have fired their head coach, Matt Eberflus. This happened, I think, yesterday. This is the first time in Bears history that a head coach has been fired mid-season. Thinking about it, I really should have got a picture of him and popped it up here. Either way, was the head coach for 2.5 seasons. Let's count this one as half a season. It's almost 3/4. Had a head coaching record of 14-32-0, which is not good. Did not have a winning season with the Bears. Apparently, after the game this week on Thanksgiving against the Lions, where they lost to bad time management, bad coaching decisions. Apparently, the locker room was fucking pissed as. If you watch the post-game presses, they'll kind of keep their cool, keep it professional, but there's been rumblings that Eberflus went in, did his speech, and just left because it was everybody was pissed off. They were yelling pretty heftily, so hopefully they turn things around in the future. This season is kind of far gone for them, but they can still play the upset. They can still do that. So right now, the Bears have named Thomas Brown as the interim head coach. Expect the Bears to win next week. I don't know who they're facing up. Let me have a look at that really quickly. Let's go over there. Week 14, who are the Bears facing? San Fran. Oof, that's going to be tough for San Fran. So as you guys know, in the NFL, once your head coach is fired, there is an interim head coach buff. I don't know if you'd call it a buff. It's a bump. Basically, most teams, I'm going to say most teams because the Jets are a different animal and they did not cover. Generally, the week after you fire your head coach, the team will win. It just happens. So expect the Bears this week to beat the Niners. Just expect it. Let's talk about Thomas Brown for a little bit. So last season he was with the Panthers. He was their offensive coordinator. And then this season he was hired by the Bears as the passing game coordinator. Once they fired their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, they promoted Thomas Brown to that position. And now that the head coach is gone, he takes another step up into the head coaching position. That's all the information I have on him. Didn't do a whole deep dive in it. I don't give a shit that much. It's the Bears. But yeah, expect them to win next week. Hopefully things start going in their direction. They started the season off really well, but They've had 3 really tight weeks, honestly. 3 divisional weeks. Packers, then the Minnesota, and then the Bears, and then the Lions, sorry. They lost those games all by 3 or less. Like, real tough. Real tough. Real tough shit. But what are you going to do about it? That's the NFC North. It's a tough place to play. Let's get moving on. Let's get moving on here. Alright, let's have a review of kind of the games. Let's talk about... First up, let's go through this agenda. Let's just get through this. First up, we have... Who is it? Houston Texans versus Jacksonville Jaguars. Houston comes away with the win, 23-20. Tight divisional game. Everybody thought that Houston was going to just come in here and just dominate Jacksonville, who were 2-9 going into this game. Unfortunately, as you can see on the screen, some shit happens in the second quarter. I'm going to bring that up right now for you guys. What's this? Is this a bit of video? Is it a bit of video? We've got the wrong thing up. We got some video. Shit. Okay, so this is the second half, the second quarter of the game, sorry. Obviously, Texans, you can see, are up 6-0. Trevor Lawrence goes to run the ball, and this guy, Aziz Shair, boom, hits him late. Trevor is obviously just not in a good place right now. His fists are balled up. He's stiff. It's not a good scene. There's fighting going on everywhere. You just don't want to see this happen. You really don't want to see it happen. And we can see some medical staff around him while all this bullshit's happening on the side. Let's get another quick replay of what happened in a slow-mo. He's going down for the slide. This guy, like, freaking grimaces, man. Obviously, like, you jump over him. I know you're committed to a tackle, but you see him sliding. You jump over the man. We've seen it before. No, goes straight into the helmet, drives him into the ground. Trevor Lawrence is concussed. Boom. And then you see his teammates just come in and obviously just get right into him. Yeah, that is bullshit, bro. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And they go, and then you got this number 72 is conflicted here. I think we might get another shot up here. See this man right here? He's kind of conflicted. He checks on his quarterback. Let's go back a bit. Oh man. Alright, so gets in, pushes him down. Whole fight starts. Obviously, should do. Oh, I missed it. I missed what I was looking at. We're looking for number 72, the offensive lineman. So he comes in. He checks on his man. You got to check on your man. But also this fight's going on. So he needs to get into the fight on tape. So he makes his presence. He kind of just comes and stands around here. Gets the best of both worlds. Real smart play from 72. Said he was conflicted, but I think the man's just a genius. Checks on his quarterback and then gets in the fight. Look at him, just posting up right there. Gotta love to see that from your O-lineman. Really hate to see that kind of play in the NFL. You don't want to see it. That's just bullshit. I'm upset. I'm an upsetty spaghetti. A little bit more information on that, I guess. As I just screw around with my windows, I'm probably going to stop this because we don't want to see a man get absolutely demolished again. So let's go to a little bit of news about this. So, this kind of really obviously hurt the game. Mac Jones did come in and score 2 touchdowns to keep them in the game and everything. But obviously, you know, arguably they would have done a lot better with Trevor Lawrence. Aziz did get ejected after this. There was a fight, obviously. But yeah, he got ejected from the game. A little bit more information on this type of shit. The average fine for roughing passer and late hit is around $22,000. In week 7, our Jets player Quincy Williams was actually fined $45,000. I forgot the details of it. I think it was like a late hit and maybe head contact. That could be absolute bullshit, but he did get fined 45K. A little deeper dive into it showed that he won the appeal, so he didn't have to pay it off. Aziz is not going to win the appeal. I would assume this is going to be more than $45,000. And I also assume that he is going to be suspended for a game. But that's just... I don't know if that's going to be team enforced or league enforced, but that's the feeling that I get from this whole kind of play here. Pretty disgusting, if you ask me. Next up. I don't know if we really want to review this game. Like, Jacksonville are not eliminated as of yet. Don't know how. Might depend on tomorrow's game, since both are AFC teams, the Browns versus the Broncos. But I think they've got a less than 1% chance to win. And then we have the Houston Texans gaining a win, going at 8-5, holding on to their division, which is good because somehow, in some way, a shape and form, the Colts won today. 25-24 against New England. Anthony Richardson, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, ran one in himself. Animal. Let me get rid of this agenda really quickly. Super annoying. Whoa. Whoa. That's some old image of Lad McConkey. Lad, the trad. If you put your money on the over for him today, you covered. Let's go, lad. Did they win? They did. Chargers beat the Falcons. Anyway, back to this game. I do believe the New England Patriots now are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They are 1-5 at home. They are 3-10. That's not good. Don't want to be a Pats fan right now. They should get a good pick in the draft, which is, you know, kind of rare for them, but we'll see what they build, see what they do. Drake May's pretty good, I gotta say. He's okay. He's okay. They can rock with him. The Colts, though. The Colts are hanging in there. Still in playoff contention. Somehow. With all of the news coming out of this building. And just everything. I don't know. More power to them. I want to get over to this Chargers game. Lad McConkey. 117 yards. I think the over for him was like 55 yards. He smashed it. They scored. Oh, let me go and look at the play-by-play because I see no touchdowns here. I think there was a pick six. Yes, there was. There was a pick six. And the kicker scored 9 points, so there you go. Atlanta Falcons, though, not doing much against a good defense. 4 interceptions for Kirk Cousins. That's dog shit. That's really bad. What are they, 6-6? That's the tight division. They're in a tight division right now with the Niners, the Seahawks, and somebody else that I can't think of right now. Seahawks did make the win. I do want to actually have a look at the standings right there for that particular conference. Where are we? Right there. Seattle going 7-5. Arizona 6-6, Los Angeles Rams 6-6, and the Niners now 5-7. I was wrong about the Falcons. They hold on to their division. Stonks looking really good for the Bucks, though, as you've seen on this channel. Their schedule is probably the easiest schedule going into the playoffs in the whole NFL. It looks so easy. Like, I mean, today was a very close game. I did get to watch this one. Divisional, I believe. It was a divisional. 26-23 against the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. This is a huge win for the Bucks. Like I said, they've got to win out to continue to make it to the playoffs. Falcons are on a downtrend though, so they probably don't need to do as much as I'm saying. But still, the end of this game was wild. So going into the fourth quarter, or to the end of the game, it was 23 to 20 to Carolina. I think Bucks missed a field goal, and then they drive down at the end of the game and they take it to overtime with a field goal. They get the ball to start overtime. They drive down, they miss a field goal. Carolina gets the ball. That absolute crazy one-handed grab. We'll get to it. We'll get to this. I just want to continue my story. They drive down the field. They're getting caught up. It's 3rd and 5, as you can see on the screen. This play happens. Bryce Young throws it. One-handed grab by Adam Thielen. Insane. The tracking. The grabbing. The securing. That's a masterclass in catching. This is a wow catch. Look at him. Tracking the ball with his eyes. He's already adjusted his body. Hand is outstretched. Grabs it. Reels it in. Sees he's going to the ground. Oh, you just fucked me right there. And then he rolls up on the ball. Let's go back to that. Reels it in. Fuck you. Rolls up on the ball so that it doesn't touch the ground. Now, initially, no, I'm talking about something else now. But that was an amazing catch. Could be catch of the year. Keep an eye out for that one. Unfortunately, though, on the very next play, Carolina runs the ball, fumble. Tampa gets the ball in great field position. They drive down, kick the field goal, win the game. Pretty sweet ending. Pretty sweet ending to watch, honestly. It was brilliant. Bucks move 6-6. Getting ready to take their division. Carolina Panthers, I think they're mathematically eliminated. We'll get to it later. Let's go back to this agenda. We took a massive sidestep. It was fun, but we didn't hit any of our points. So the Steelers, Pittsburgh, massive game. Couple things about this game. 44-38 in a divisional. Now we know in this division, low scoring affairs are a thing that happen. Not today. I honestly had the Bengals picked. I thought their firepower was much better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. As we can see, there is a strip sack for a touchdown. So the Steelers obviously helping out on the offense. 3 touchdowns for Russell Wilson, though. So a couple things about this game. So the Steelers now have tied the NFL record for 21 consecutive positive winning seasons. 18 of these seasons have been under Mike Tomlin as head coach. That means that he's never had a losing season. This dude is... This guy's... You got to put him in the hole. Put him in the Hall of Fame. Do it. Do it. This is a statement game as well for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fun little fact. This is the first time that they've surpassed 40 points since 2018. That's a 6-year drought on points, man. On points. Look at this box score. Russell Wilson, 414 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pat Freiermuth getting a touchdown himself. Najee Harris rushing one in at 75 yards. Love to see this. And again, we didn't put it in our prop bet, but when these two guys are playing, you've got to put them both for a touchdown. It's just how it is. If one gets one, the other one's got to get one. It's like feeding your 2 kids. It's like buying 2 kids a present. You got to buy one, you got to buy another. I don't have kids. Next up on the agenda, we have the final. Oh, I mean, I guess we could talk about Baltimore. Baltimore, Philadelphia. I didn't watch this game. I said this was going to be a banger game to watch, but I didn't watch it. I wasn't too interested in it. I was watching Carolina and Tampa, to be honest. This game, for some reason, when it came to the day, it didn't interest me that much. I was more invested in, like I said, Tampa, Carolina, who was part of our weekly parlay. So I was more invested in watching that than this. It was close in the first half, I think, and then I saw that Philly was just running away with the game. I'd imagine this 7 points in the fourth quarter was like garbage time. Garbage time touchdown. Yeah, basically garbage time. You got 5 minutes on the clock. After that, they have a minute. It's essentially garbage time. Anyway, Philadelphia moving 10-2. Baltimore Ravens dropping 8-5. Let's look how this division is looking. The conferences right now. Conference, please. Alright, I want to see the NFC. Massive spread. I think there's only 3 games left in the season. So Philly is basically a lock for second seed. They have not clinched yet because of the Commanders. Detroit Lions, 11-1. Philly hoping they will lose one of their upcoming divisional games. But we'll see, Lions are fucking tough. I think they're hosting one of those divisional games themselves as well, so definitely going to see that team in the playoffs. And then over here, the Bengals are not mathematically eliminated yet. Some way, somehow. Baltimore Ravens have dropped fairly hard. Let's hope they don't fizzle out and miss the playoffs. Everybody's hoping for this shit. I did see a little news piece on this game. Well, not news piece, but a play. Cooper DeJean, rookie cornerback / safety for the Philly Eagles, just single-handedly dominates Derrick Henry on this play. It was, grabs him around the knees, lays him out. Love to see that from a rookie. White DB as well. That's wild. Next up, on the agenda poo, we've got Niners Bills. I took the Bills favored at 5.5 points. I didn't think it was going to be as such a blowout, honestly. It was close for the first quarter, and then it was not close at all. The amount of turnovers, let me go to team stats here. San Fran had 3 turnovers, and they were all like crucial. They had 2 missed kicks in the first half. They did not know how to play in the snow. The Bills looked like experts in the snow. It was crazy. Alright, we got a couple of plays we need to talk about here, though. Let's go over to the video. There's nothing there. I'll tell you why. Because the window's not open. Alright. First up, we've got this play by Josh Allen. 1st and goal. Let's check out what happens. He throws the ball. Murray Cooper catches it. Pitches it back. Man runs it in for a touchdown. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Funny thing about this play. So Josh Allen actually gets a passing touchdown recorded to him. He gets a receiving touchdown recorded to him. But he doesn't get a reception for it. He's the 4th player in NFL history to receive their own pass for a touchdown. And I think he's the 16th player to record a pass, run, and reception touchdown in a game. That's pretty sick. Oh, what's Vince doing there? All right. That's really cool. That was just a really cool kind of tidbit to that one. Bills do clinch their AFC here. Next thing I want to talk about is Christian McCaffrey. He leaves the game after this play. Let's quickly put this video on. He is coming off a bilateral Achilles tendonitis thingy, which means he has Achilles tendonitis in both legs. A lot of people saying this was a knee injury. I don't see a knee injury here. I'm sorry about the quality. But basically, he grabs the ball, he takes a couple of steps, and he just goes down. We'll see the replay from a back angle here. It's down. He's like, nah, I'm not doing this. Goes down. A lot of people are saying here they can see like a pop in the Achilles like they did when Rodgers and Kirk Cousins did theirs. But I don't really... I'd need a better quality video, but I don't particularly see a pop. I see a bunch of like impact, but I don't see a pop. I honestly think that he's just felt a tweak and just said, nah, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this anymore. I personally think that he's just aggravated it. I don't think he's done anything new. I don't think he's done anything too serious. I think if they somehow make themselves to the playoffs, he can come back. But yeah. I don't think he's... a lot of people saying that he should just retire and his career's over, but I don't think so. That could be a freezing cold take in the future, but I don't really think so. I think we could probably see him back in the future. I don't see any knee stuff going on there either. I'm not a doctor, but I do like watching injuries. But anyway, off the grim shit. Two big grim things today, huh? That Trevor Lawrence shit and this. This one's not so grim, but god damn. He's missed most of the season already. Okay, so Bills dominated in the snow. If somebody can somehow defeat the Chiefs this season, I don't think it shouldn't be that difficult. The Chiefs are playing to their opponents. They're winning games, but they're not winning by a large margin. They're winning by one-score games. And in the thick of it too. Butt clenches. Real tight buttholes. If some teams can beat them and the Bills do get that first seed, it's going to be fucking scary for any team going into Buffalo in December or January. I don't know when it's going to be. But it's probably going to be snowing. It's going to be a rough game. These Bills are just rolling though. 10-2. Like I said, just under the Kansas City Chiefs. Pittsburgh nipping at the heels as well. Last thing I want to talk about is the playoff picture. Let's talk about it. Boom, boom, boom. Agenda. Where are you? There you are. Party invites and holidays. Who's getting invited to the party? And who's already booking a holiday? Chiefs clinch. They make the playoffs. I don't think that means they actually clinch their division yet. Where are they? 3 games to go. I think if Chargers win out and they beat the Chiefs, they might win. This X here says clinch playoff. They haven't clinched their division yet. The Bills, on the other hand, have clinched their division. They can run the third team if they want, and they'll get through. But they want that number 1 seed. Like I said, any team going into Buffalo and playing in the snow is going to have a fucking hard time. It was snowing for pretty much the whole game as well. So, yeah, there's that. Let's go back to the playoff picture. They're the only teams who are getting party invites this week. Everybody else is kind of in the mix except for these guys. Who's planning their holidays? Who's planning their holiday? Patriots are. Giants are. Giants were eliminated last week. Oh. No, this week. When they lost to Dallas, sorry. Thursday feels like years ago. The Raiders are also planning their holidays. Other teams that have a less than 1% chance to make it are the Browns. I'm assuming if they lose this week, tomorrow, to the Broncos, they will be completely eliminated. The Jets also have less than 1% chance of making the playoffs. They probably have less than 1% chance that Rodgers stays there next year. The Titans also have less than 1% chance. The Jags, the Saints, the Bears, and the Panthers. Now, I don't understand why the Jags are not eliminated. I think it might depend on what happens tomorrow for some reason. Haven't looked too much into it. But being 2-10, you think you'd be out. Like, Raiders 2-10, they're out. Patriots 3-10, they're out. I don't know. But that was that section. That's who's going to the party so far. Chiefs and Bills. We're not going to dive too far into it. We might go into that tomorrow, since we'll have the final results of week 13 and all of the standings locked in. We can just start guessing who's going to win their division and who's going to shit the bed. Who is it? All right, back to the agenda. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the bet results! I forgot. Gonna go to our bet results, people. That is a big part of the show. All right. So this week, we did things a little bit differently. Instead of doing our 9-leg handicap and money line and totals parlay, we decided to go with a 5-leg. Where is it? There it is. Guess what? We did it. We won. That's right. Going 5 legs was a smart move, and we're going to be doing it moving forward. Seahawks beat the Jets. Tampa beat Carolina in a butt clincher. Rams beat the New Orleans Saints, and they did cover the 2.5 favorites. Arizona and Minnesota went over 44 points. Gotta love that. And Buffalo covered the 5.5 points over San Fran. Our extra little things that we did like Cincinnati money line against Pittsburgh. That didn't come through, but that was a 1-score game. And we did like Philadelphia dogs at 2.5. Don't know why. They should have been favored. Would have taken a money line. But yeah, like, let's go. Let's go. Philadelphia strong. And with our $1 million betty, we did not do so well. Kate Otten, Chubba Hubbard, Justin Herbert, Taysom Hill, Cooper Kupp, and Baker Mayfield didn't get touchdowns. They didn't do it. Ramondre Stevenson and Joe Mixon didn't get 2 touchdowns either. But Josh Allen and Terry McLaurin did. I guess that's some consolation. You got to know it though. Next time we will roll with the T Higgins and the Jamar Chase again. Just got to do it. It's kind of a lock. Anyway, that was the Sean Show for this week, for today actually. Boom. Let's get rid of all of this. It was a bit of a good one. We got some video in. I'm gonna have to work out the kinks with all of the tab switching and stuff. I did kind of rush it today. And also further updates with the show. I am kind of all connected with the other software, so I can start bringing the show to more platforms. But I have to work on the sound a little bit more. The sound on this pod is actually quite low. I want to fix that before transitioning over, so keep an eye out for that. Production's getting better though. Anyway, that was this week. See you tomorrow for the wrap-up of Week 13. Broncos versus Browns review as well. And then we'll talk about who's making playoffs and who's shitting the bed. Who is shitting the bed? Anyway, take it easy, guys. Catch you tomorrow, and peace out.